What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Ogali Patience and a Chojo of Selling Jerry's. Do well to hit on the subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment down below, and let's begin. The first thing we're going to do right now is to fold our fabric into four. Then we're going to be imputing our measurement from the folded edge. So the first thing we're going to do is to mark 4 inches from the folded edge towards the side, from the top down to the bottom. At this point, if you want your elastic to be tight, you can reduce the measurement. You can decide to make use of 2, 3, or 3.5. This is dependent on the size of the person you're making this outfit for. If it's a plus size or a big size, you can make use of 4 or 4.5. So, but for my client, she's not too big, she's just there. I'm making use of 4 inches for her. So after marking this point, we're going to be folding away these 4 inches that were marked. We're going to start the folding from the top down to the bottom part. After folding it, then we're going to draw it to the edge of our table as shown. Then we'll start imputing our measurements. So every measurement we're going to be placing on this fabric will start from that folded edge. So now I'm going to be marking the starting point line, which is 1 inch. I'm going to mark from the folded edge down to the other edge that is opened. Then I'm going to use my rule to connect the lines horizontally as shown. I'm actually trying to make the chalk very visible so that you guys can see it. So after marking this point, the next thing we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be, since it's an off-shoulder smoked gown, we're going to be placing our tape on -5. We're going to start measurement from 5 inches on that starting point line. Then I'm going to mark my waistline, my vertical waistline, which that of my client right now is 16 inches. So meaning you're placing your tape on the starting point line 5, then you mark 16 inches. Then from that waistline, we're going to mark down 8.5 inches, which is the vertical hip line, the vertical distance from the waist to the hip. So after marking it, we're going to connect it with our ruler using the method as shown. Pardon me if you're not seeing the chalk clearly, but please follow the process so you don't miss out. If you watch this carefully, you understand it. So now the next part will be to mark our shoulder point measurements, which that of my client is 7.5. Now we're going to be imputing the waistline, waist divided by 4 plus 8 inches. That's what you're going to be imputing. But before then, we're going to be inserting our chest line, or you call it bust point measurement. So after putting that line, now we're going to be inserting our horizontal measurement. Mind you, on the bust line, you're going to divide your round bust divided by 4 plus 8 inches. So also we're going to be repeating the same process on the waist. Waist divided by 4 plus 8 inches. Hip divided by 4 plus 8 inches. Then you mark. So after marking each point on the hemline, we're going to be going in by 1 inch, but if you want your gown to be very penciled, you go in by 1.5. Then for the armhole point, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to use my ruler to connect it in a slanty form as shown. Remember, the line we use for the bust line is also the same line we use in connecting the armhole to the shoulder point. So I'm going to make the chalk visible so you can see it. So now I'm going to be connecting from the bust line down to the waistline, then to the hip line, then I'm going to connect it towards the hemline as shown. Mind you, the hemline is supposed to be tapered down. It's supposed to be a bit tight. That's for it to be pencil. You have to go in on the hemline by 1 inch, 1.5, or even 2 inches. It is dependent on how tight you want the lower part of the hem to be. So now I'm going to go in with my tape by 1 inch because I don't want it to be too penciled or too tight. Then I'll connect it towards the hip line as shown. If you know you've gotten to this point and you've not subscribed to the channel, guys, ladies, bro, what are you guys waiting for? Please hit that subscribe button right now to support this channel and help it grow. You guys know it's not really easy to create content, edit and upload, so please do well to support your girl by hitting that red subscribe button. Also like this video and comment smoked gown down below. I will really appreciate it, guys. So now it's time to cut. We're going to be cutting from the lines we've marked. I just want to say a very big thank you to my returning subscribers. Man, what am I going to do without you guys? You guys have been amazing. You guys have been the real MVPs. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for all you do, all the love and support. I'm really grateful, guys. Please, in this cutting pattern, make sure you watch each point so you don't cut where it's not needed. You can see that when I got to the upper points of the shoulder, I had to slant my hand outwards because I'm going to be folding that edge, the upper edge as well as the lower edge by 1 inch. So after this, we're going to be cutting the sleeve. The sleeve is actually a flare sleeve. Some call it flare, some call it circle sleeve. So it's going to be a 2-step circle sleeve. I folded the material into 4. I took away 2.5 inches on the top, then cut it out. Then I cut out the length of the sleeve. I didn't really explain how to cut a circle sleeve here, but if you want to know how to do this in details, I'm going to be leaving a link down in the description showing you how to cut a circle sleeve as well as how to sew in the elastic as well as infuse your thread on your machine. So make sure to check the description for the link. Okay, every details you need to know is in that video because earlier on I made a smoke top, so this is more like an updated version of how to cut a smoked gown. So please do well to check it out. And also don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Then for the sleeve, after cutting the flare part, I had to open the edges as shown. So we're going to be having 4 pieces of this, 2 for each part of the sleeve. And we are done cutting the sleeve, guys. You can see how it's looking. The materials are looking very beautiful, and so also is the style we're making. So now I'm done cutting my sleeve. As you can see, the next part you'll be seeing will be the finished product of the ruching. So I'm done ruching the fabric, that's sewing in the elastic. As you can see, don't mind my errors, guys. I'm about to bite my tongue in that particular place, so pardon me. So after doing that, this is how it looks. This is the front part, as well as the rough edge is where the elastic is, that's on the wrong part, and this is the front as well as the back. So now we're going to be placing armhole to armhole, shoulder to shoulder. So we're going to be stitching from that armhole point towards the hemline using 1/2 inch on both sides, leaving the armhole part open since we are going to be fixing our flare sleeve. So once you've sewed down your front and back part together using 1/2 inch, you're going to be fixing in your sleeve on the armhole part. I'm going to be showing you how it looks like after I have fixed it with my sewing machine. So please stay tuned so you can see the final result. You can see how I'm arranging the sleeve. The pieces are 4. So this is the final result, guys, after I was done stitching the sleeve to the armhole and then stitching the sides of the gown. This is how it looks. It's looking very beautiful. Thank you guys for sticking to this end, and thank you for watching so far. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment and like. I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.